good to go. Hey, there she is.
What's up?
What's going on? Oh man, it's good to see you. Ladies and gentlemen, is none other. Yeah. Tiya, how are you feeling? How are you doing?
I'm feeling good. I had my coffee this morning.
Hey, okay.
About the song, I'm getting some nice compliments about it, which is always
That's awesome.
Because I get really nervous around.
Understand? I get it. Yeah, especially when it's like your little baby project. It's like yeah. We are our own worst critics. You know what I mean? Yeah. But no. So how you? What's your plans for 2022? Now it's here. New Year's here.
So much. And also it's all very much in limbo. I know there's some restrictions kind of coming back into play where I am in Vancouver, Canada. And so as far as like, I was really hoping to get to some live performances this year. Okay. Not sure about that, but as a visualizer, I've got a visualizer for my new song, I Wish You Didn't Exist. Friday, as well as live performance of the song at a benefit called Perform for Pride, which is all supporting the queer community artists. And
great, yeah.
That's kind
of doing some big things. Yeah, I wish look. I'm just a promoter right now. I'm just but you're doing very big things, which is awesome. It's just so motivating to see independent artists really out here and grind and really trying to figure their situation out, because a lot of people don't have that extra support. That's what we're here for. So what I mean, let's definitely hop into it. Let's talk a little about how you got into become a singer, and I got to ask before I go into that question. Did you ever do like theater when you were younger, or were you like into acting? Yeah, because that video is very. I was like, wow, she must have did a lot of theater when she was younger, because it's a lot of passion. It's a lot of passion. I love it. It was great.
I love that you. Yeah, I'm an actor as well as a singer, and I started out in theater. Both of my parents are theater professionals, so I grew up backstage. Right.
Yeah. Yeah. My friend Will, his parents, same thing. Theater, like, just like number one top thing in the household. So
like I did not even realize that being an artist and writing your own music was a possibility until I became a teenager, and then started writing my own songs very much just in the privacy of my bedroom. I say I like to keep my secrets in them.
Understand? Yeah, I understand that. Yeah,
long time I just wrote them for myself, and then learning that it could be a career to pursue independently, and just I love it so much.
Wow. That's really great. Walk us through that process. Like, what do you think it was that maybe that light bulb that might have went off? Like, hey, I can do this. Just talk a little bit about that, and what motivated you.
It's a funny story because it is a very specific moment. In that I was assisting a musical theater project in LA. I think I was like 15 years old, and it was for a workshop of a David Foster musical.
David Foster. The musical.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
And there was a section where he would pick somebody out of the audience to sing. And since it was just us in the workshop, the crew and team would kind of take turns singing with him, and it came my day, and I said, okay, I'm like super nervous, I'm gonna sing in front of David Foster. And I sung, and he was like, by the way, you can sing. And like, that was just, I never myself as a singer. I was like, I'm a dancer, I write songs just for the privacy of myself. And then I was like, you know what, maybe I do have a voice in the world.
That sounds great, man. Yeah. Yeah. No, that's really awesome. I think, especially being in that situation, it's always like the randomest situations that, the light bulb goes off, it's so crazy.
Yeah. And it's even though, like, the external validation was and confidence building, I think I would have come to the realization on my own too. Because it is very much, it's guttural. It's this feeling of
Wow. Yeah, that's really amazing. you know, that you were even a part of, I mean, that just being a part of like a little small system somewhere, and like, you know, then, you know, expanding from there. Do you think it's like really hard for a lot of these independent artists to do stuff like that? Like sometimes go out on their own, or because I know a lot of people, I'm like, oh, you have a great voice, you should sing, and they're like, nah, I don't know. You know what I mean? Like, how did that work for you?
It's a struggle. I mean, I think of it, or I mean, I guess I feel it as this voice in my head telling me I can't do it for whatever reason. You know, that voice has developed, and it's this struggle, but anybody can do it. It's so accessible now, you know, like you've got your voice notes app on your phone. Literally. Sing
you can record yourself.
This song, I Wish You Didn't Exist, that I just released, I'm not a producer, I'm a songwriter, and I wrote this song in, you know,
in the comfort of your home,
closet with a guitar, sent it off. There's a brilliant platform called Sound Better.
Okay.
I don't know that, but it's a connection website for musicians, and they mixers on there. And I found a producer that I liked, and I pitched to him the song, and he's like, yeah, I'll help you out with it. And we got in a session, and like luckily like clicked, and he's now like one of my go-to collaborators.
That's awesome.
Yeah, it's right there. It's all on the internet.
Yeah, literally the tip of your fingers, or fingers or phone, whatever you want to call it.
Encouraging of anybody who wants to try it, anybody who wants to make anything or do anything, like, you know, there's not as many barriers nowadays, which is nice.
No, which is good. A lot of people are not limited anymore. Like you said, like, and you can connect with people from, I mean, obviously, you know, you're in Canada and I'm in Ohio, so, you know, being able to connect is amazing through, you know, these platforms and stuff. But talk about the new single that you just dropped, Wish You Didn't Exist, and was that for just like your expression? Was that for somebody, or was that just like, you know, your inner thoughts? Or talk a little bit about that.
That has been a journey.
Okay.
I wrote the phrase down in a songwriting exercise that I was doing, because I keep up just writing regularly. So I do this thing where I just write as many titles of songs as I can think of, and that happened to be one. And I was like, wonder what that means.
Okay.
I don't know why I said that. You know, stuck around in my brain for kind of weeks on end before I actually wrote the song. And then it kind of came out as very like, it felt very aggressive to the other kind of more ballads that I've written, softer songs. And I was like, this is interesting. Why do I feel like this? It came out
right.
Relationship, like, you know, I wish I didn't love you, but you're so bad for me, and it's horrible.
Yeah.
In a relationship like that, like I didn't really know where that was coming from, and then honestly, just recently, over releasing the song and thinking about it, and having people like you ask me questions of like, what's the song about?
No, I was like, yeah, when you dropped it, I was like, wow, this is a little different from what she did before, but I mean, it just speaks to, I guess, the artistry of not just yourself, but people who do things like that. You know, sometimes, like I said, it's just the random moments that really stick. You know what I mean?
But the nice thing about it was it did force me to kind of internally reflect on where those feelings were coming from, and it's about myself. It's about me having an existential crisis and not wanting to exist, and battling with my own self-worth. So kind of a misleading song in that way, but I hope that I feel like that theme is universal, even though it might not be the first thing somebody thinks of when they hear it. I hope that as more people learn what the song is actually about, it'll bring some more meaning. Yeah.
Wow. Yeah, that's it. That's the interview. That's it. No. Just
cut it right there.
No, right, just cut it off.
Yeah.
No, that's really that's some great insight. especially from a listener or an outsider looking in. Because as a listener, we always assume, when we hear certain lyrics, we think it's about a certain thing, and it's not necessarily that. And I think when you said that, that kind of proves the point of being an artist. Sometimes we might have these feelings, but it's not really directed towards anybody. It's just like what we have in the inside, and it's like our expression. That's man.
That's something too that I didn't realize, because within the pop space especially, there's you write about romance, you write about love, that's kind of the songwriting side of things. And I, through releasing my first song, Chamomile Tea, which is about anxiety, and having so many people kind of reach out to me and say, I'm really glad and relating to what you're talking about with mental health, it has definitely inspired me to continue to talk about my mental health in my songs more directly, and not kind of...
Yeah, I see what you're saying. Yeah,
in these metaphors.
Wow, that's really deep. But like go a little bit into that. Like, is that hard to do for you to like express? Because think about that. Your music is universal, literally. Like it's out in the universe. Yeah. And people can interpret it however they want to interpret it. Do you have like any like? Do you get scared sometimes? Like, I don't know if I want to put this out, or like, do you battle with yourself?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, the safety in it for me is if I express a feeling, that's gonna relate, and I don't necessarily need to go into all of the specific situation that's making me say or whatever. Not that that's even that interesting to.
Right.
Like,
yeah.
But yeah, just and that's been cathartic, absolutely, as an artist, to just thing purely.
Yeah, because just for me, it was just like wow, when I was just listening to the song, just hearing the words, I was just like, wow, she's really. That's why I asked. I was like, well, wait, is she going through something right now, or like, is he? Who broke your heart? To be like, but like, it's not. It's just, like I said, just feeling. Because for me, like, I play guitar. I'm not really an artist per se, because I don't really put out music like that. But I do think music is a good leeway for emotional release. You know what I mean? It's like playing the piano or strumming a guitar or playing a drum. I think that because you mentioned mental health and the importance of being aware and information, where things are going. Do you think that there will be some kind of like better understanding for people when it comes to like music, how to express themselves instead of like going out and acting out or something like that? Or what's some methods they think they could use?
I hope so. The methods. I don't know. I mean, I find myself struggling with that sometimes too. I have all these wonderful outlets to be able to express myself, whether that's through dance or writing or playing piano, like you said. And then I still find myself, like self-sabotaging and wanting to not do any of it. And knowing that those things are going to make me feel better, and then actively denying them, to the point of like I had I was having like a minor panic attack the other day, and my dad actually came up to me and gave me a pair of drumsticks and said, "Go."
Wow! Oh, he already knows. See, that's
just like,
yes.
Like just on something for a while and then come back. And I was, so it's I guess allowing yourself to feel that joy, and allowing those things that give joy, to come into your life. Yeah,
I think that's really what you said is very important. I mean, I understand, like, some people may not have that kind of support system. Here's a guitar, here's a piano, go play the drums, here's a pillow, just scream in a pillow or something, something like that, but at the same time, I think it's really important for artists such as you and I to write things that people can say, like, hey, these are some options that you can do. You're not alone. I think a lot of people feel like they're alone and they're the only one going through something. But yeah. But I didn't mean to go too deep into but it's just, I just think people need to know more information about it so they, they can understand that they're not the only ones going through bad struggles. Other people.
And like that's why I'm releasing music. It makes me feel less alone, because up until release day, always I'm like, I'm the only person who has ever
a ton of business.
And then they're like, oh no, I get you.
There's other people out there, right?
Yeah.
But is there any like advice that you want to give to like some of the independent artists who are out there?
I don't love the word advice, because I've certainly been given a lot of advice over the years that for me, but I'll say what works for me, and every decision I make is based off gut instinct.
So that intuition.
So yeah, just that intuition. So just to all the independent artists out there,
you're watching. No.
If it feels right, it's right, and if it doesn't, it's not for you.
That's really powerful. Like one sentence that was great.
Yeah, can't be wrong if it feels right. Yeah.
No, for real. I think that's really valid. I really thank you for coming on. I'm gonna open up the floor for anybody who wants to hop on and ask you some questions. I'm only gonna allow 3 people, so we're might be running out of time. I'm gonna see who's let's see. Okay, let's try. This is Natalie. Let's see. She hasn't responded. Let's try Matt. Hello, Matt. Matt Montgomery. Oh, okay. He's declined. Oh, sorry. Well, let's see. Maddie. Let's see if Maddie wants to hop on. No? Nope. Wow. All right, guys.
Maybe just a text.
I understand. I wanted to say a great interview to you. Oh yeah, for sure. Yeah. Well, thank you for watching. Wow, I'm very disappointed. No, it's fine. Oh, we got somebody here. Here we go. Dope World. Yeah, you can ask her some questions. Here we go. There you go.
I'm in like the midst of doing my hair right now, so judge me if you dare. But
that's okay.
I didn't say I love it. Like, I love your ideology. That was absolutely beautiful. This may come off as insensitive, but I heard you were in Canada, and I had a math teacher from there, and I was wondering if I actually just send me maple syrup, would that be something you could arrange?
I heard they really have some really good maple syrup. I keep hearing
Okay, yes, okay, come on, my calculus teacher, Miss Trainer, oh my God, she was already up to me once. I was like, and then the bacon.
Oh man.
It's funny. We don't have Canadian bacon. It's not called Canadian bacon.
Really?
Well, I know it's not Canadian bacon, but you guys do bacon right. That's what I mean to say.
Wow. See, I learned something new every day. I never knew that you guys had great syrup and great bacon.
Oh my God, my Mrs. Trainer,
move up there.
I love her. But I love it. Well, I haven't listened to your song, but I definitely will listen to it. But as far as your ideology, it was so beautiful. And
gosh, thanks, love.
You're welcome. Absolutely, my hair is a mess, but I'm getting ready to leave myself. Actually, you guys, check it out. Hoping to
get violin.
I expose my whole.
We have to do a jam session live, a live jam session.
Yes, my violin, and I do play the piano too. I'll be forgetting stuff. I'll be like, yeah, I look at my violin. I'm like, you play the violin? I'm like, yeah, I forgot about that, but that part.
Put on music too.
Oh yeah, I just dabble. I like music a lot, so I listen to a lot. So yeah.
It's a stress relief for me. I don't know about anybody else.
Yeah, it's a big woosah, because I need a woosah right now because you already know my situation. I can't woosah the way I normally woosah, and it's woosah in me right now.
Yeah. I mean, is there anything that you want to ask Tiya while you're on?
I mean, honestly, I really don't feel right to ask any questions about your music until I listen to it, but I just wanted to let you know that your ideology and just how you were expressing yourself, and I understand whole when it comes to anxiety, it's hard to express your music because it's you don't want to offend anyone, but it's also it's something that you need to get out. So for you to have the balls to just you know what, this is how I feel, I applaud you, and I can't wait. Donnie, I do need you to send me the link, like just DM it, because I'm getting my phone fixed today, guys. Oh my god!
Okay,
like,
okay. All right.
So make sure you send me the link so I can listen. No, like
literally, I will.
My phone is still cracked, and like people like trying to text me. I'm like, if you're my number is still the same. You're just not contacting me because you know how I feel about Instagram.
Oh my goodness.
Okay, but
I will definitely send you that link, and because her music is.
Yeah, and make sure you DM me from your page so I can follow you back from my page. So I'm just like, but yeah, I love it. I love your. Oh.
Hey, well, thanks for coming on, and man, really, this was a really great interview. But yeah, I'm gonna be making an article about it online. So once I do that, then I'll send that to you and stuff. And it's gonna be great. Yeah. Oh, before we go, I got one last thing.
Yeah.
One last thing. So every time we interview artists, we have this sheet of questions. It's called fast response. So I have a bunch of questions, and so your first thought from the question you got to answer. So for instance, if I say Pepsi or Coke,
okay,
it would be stuff like that. So you ready?
Okay. Yeah.
All right, here we go. All right, favorite artist.
Oh my God, the Beatles.
Okay. Oh, all right, Beatles. All right. Favorite sport or leisure or favorite sport.
Basketball.
Basketball? Oh, nice. All right. Mine's a football player. Favorite season?
Summer.
Ooh, that's nice. Favorite meal?
Pizza.
Pizza.
So basic.
It's okay. Left-handed or right? Left-handed or right?
Right.
Oh yeah. Aisle seat or window seat on a plane?
Ooh, window.
Oh yeah. When I don't like aisle seats. Every time people walk by, they be hitting your shoulder and stuff. I'm trying to sleep. Right. Mac or PC?
Mac.
Oh yeah, for sure. So I would assume that Apple versus Android.
Yeah.
Yeah. Or Apple. We're Apple family out here. Let's see. Soda or pop?
Pop.
Yeah.
Soda.
I'm not sure. I went to a little small store. I went to Philadelphia a few years ago when I first moved out there, and I was always referring to soda as pop.
Right.
Now up there they say soda. So when I was like, "Oh, you got some pop up here?" They're like, "What's that?" I was like, "The drink in the can, like Pepsi." They're like, "Soda?" Yeah, they got really mad. I almost got beat up.
Oh no.
I almost got beat up. Okay. And the last one is coffee or tea?
Coffee.
Oh yeah, nice. Now, is there any question that you might want to add to this list?
Gosh, I want to add to the list.
Mm-hmm.
Favorite lyric?
Okay. Favorite lyric.
Hard off the top of the head, but
I like that. That's new. No one's ever asked that.
What's the question?
She asked, "Was favorite lyric?"
Lyric?
Lyric of a song.
Oh,
We'll add that.
That's really good.
Lyric of a song. Yeah, that's great.
Yeah,
I'm gonna add that. Yeah. So you get credit for that question. So anytime you hear that question, you wrote it. You wrote it. I'm gonna copyright it. So if you guys try to steal it,
I was like,
oh man. Well, hey, thanks Tiya for coming on. I really, really appreciate it. Keep grinding. Keep expressing yourself. A lot of people, I know there's people out there listen to your music and they're just very motivated and just satisfied by the words. This is 22 year. This is the first interview of GroundSounds of year 2022. So we kicked it off the year right.
Woo! I appreciate it so much. Yeah, thank you for the opportunity.
No problem. Enjoy the rest of the day, guys. Stay.
So I just kind of sit here